Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That's what I saw, Aquarius, when I felt the energy behind your cards. And if you remember, that's the big, huge marshmallow guy from the Ghostbusters movie. Like a big, giant marshmallow. Okay, that's what I saw. Now, the card that we have on the board is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is about just kind of sitting around, maybe like mulling over something, watching something, thinking about something. It's memories. It can't just be like watching TV. So maybe there's a concern about weight gain because the Marshmallow Man's pretty big, right? So maybe there's a concern about that. Now, I did see a couple of other things. I saw a wrench and a knife and a pie. Okay, those are the four things that I saw. But the first one was the Marshmallow Man. So there is the pie, obviously, could have something to do with, you know, eating, weight gain, gaining weight. The wrench and the knife are about adjustments and cutting, right? A wrench adjusts something, so it makes it tighter or looser. So maybe this is about your clothing. Maybe you want your clothing to be tighter or looser, and that's on your mind, or that's a theme for the week for you guys. And the knife might be cutting some food out in order, or cutting the weight, cutting the inches off, cutting the inches down on your clothing. So some of you guys just might be concerned about this. That might be just a theme for your week. Let's see what else we got over here. Okay, so we have the Fool, and we have the Eight of Cups. I think some of you guys have let yourself go a little bit in terms of paying attention to this sort of thing, in terms of paying attention to your weight gain or how many inches you've gained on your clothing. And I mean, I don't personally care how much weight you've gained, but it might be that you have you've let it go by for so long that now if you actually were to pay attention, you'd be like, oh shit, you know, I've actually gained more than I realized. And with the Fool and the Eight of Cups, I think that's the case. On the bottom here, we have the Page of Wands with the Emperor. So it's time to like get busy. It's time to get busy and get kind of back on the horse, basically. Get back on the horse and get busy. That's the Page of Wands and the Emperor. Maybe you're trying to, you know, work towards like a summer body, or you're trying to just get into better shape for the summertime. All right, let's pull some oracle cards and we will find out some more information about your reading, about the giant marshmallow man, about the wrench. And then at the end of the reading, I always pull advice. So I leave advice for the end. We're just trying to find information at the moment. So tell me more about what's going on with Aquarius. That card really wanted to come out. And it's Venus. Venus is beauty. So again, the theme for the week is looking good. It is fitting into those nice clothes, and maybe the clothes that make you look good. And again, this is what you want to do. This is what's on your mind for this week. Maybe this is a goal for this week. I think it's a goal for this week because it hasn't been a goal. It's like that's the change up. That's why it's important this week. It's just because it's a change of energy. It's a change of focus for you Aquariuses. It makes a lot of sense for like nice weather too. You know, weather in the Northeast. The North is starting to get pretty nice. But let's look at the cards that we have on the board. So first I talked about Venus, and now we have the Rabbit and Jupiter. The Rabbit and Jupiter is talking about kind of like being attractive to everybody. So if you, let's say there is kind of like a mainstream look, like if you're skinny, right? Typically most people would say that makes you attractive. I don't think that's necessarily the case, but I think that there is a kind of a go-to look, an aesthetic that most people would just find appealing, that is mainstream. It's like a mainstream aesthetic. That is the Rabbit with Jupiter with Venus is trying to achieve an aesthetic that is attractive to everybody, not just a couple people. I think that for whatever reason in society, more people would say that skinny people are more attractive than heavier people. And you could argue that, but I think that the statistics argue it that way. But your goal is to just be attractive to the most number of people. That's your goal, and that's why you're working on trimming your shape. This might not even be weight. This can be just getting in shape or choosing how you look in terms of your shape. Maybe you want bigger boobs, and that is the shape that you're trying to get because more guys think bigger boobs are more attractive. So you see what I'm saying? The mainstream look, the mainstream thing that people go for, which you could argue is more beautiful or not, doesn't matter. I'm just saying it's the mainstream. And then the next couple of cards, we've got Libra and the Key. It's giving you the power. So with the key's in your hand. You can choose who you want to sleep with. It's like, I'm hot enough that I can pick who I want to sleep with, who I want to hook up with, who I want to ask out. The power's in my hand. I get to decide. Libra is decide, yes or no. Not the other person because they're hotter, and I'm just kind of like hoping that I'm good enough for them. No, we want the key in our hands. So Aquarius is, that's your whole motivation here. That's the whole reason why you guys want to look good, when you want to trim your appearance, where you want to kind of like tweak your appearance and trim it to some kind of specification that's very attractive to most people. Let's pull advice and see if, see what comes out for advice here. Any advice here for Aquariuses? Okay, that was pretty fast. So we get the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is actually movement. It's movement. It's like, keep moving. It could be go to the gym, but it doesn't have to be. It literally is just, it can just be keeping busy. It doesn't have to be going to the gym. Now, Seven of Swords. I'm going to need more cards on Seven of Swords. Hold on. Wow. Damn. Okay. There is a wrong way to do this. There's a wrong way to do this, okay? A way that will not work. A way that is going to either kind of like have the same results that you've always had, and I think that is the brute force method. Like, let's say I'm going to go to the gym 5 times a week. That's your plan, to trim down. It's not sustainable. It's not going to work. Didn't work before. It's not going to work now. Seven of Swords is kind of like a false belief system. It's kind of like a lie you've told yourself. Well, if it didn't work before, I'm gonna do it this time. Well, you're lying to yourself. It's not gonna work if it didn't work the last time. Okay. That's all. I mean, that's all I can say here. If it didn't work the last time, it's not gonna work this time. And I think the advice here is to just keep busy. You don't need to do something in this crazy way. Like, the Devil and the Five of Swords with the Five of Wands is like, I'm going to go 0 to 90. I'm going to go to the gym 7 times a week. I'm going to do something that is like unsustainable, that nobody could ever sustain, that nobody could actually keep consistent with, right? So you have to pick something. You have to make a plan. If you're trying to not be the Marshmallow Man, if you're trying to use the knife to cut yourself and the wrench to tweak yourself, there's a better way to do it than hammering, like the brute force method, than like smashing your face into a wall. Going to the gym, like killing yourself. There's a better way to do it than killing yourself. And there's something about your strategy. It's not sustainable. It's not going to work in the long term. Let's see what else we get for advice. Any advice here for Aquarius? Something about this, I think with the Knight of Wands, a better strategy would be to walk every day. A better strategy would be to walk to work instead of drive to work. Knight of Wands, let's see. It's like something that makes you always be doing something, always be moving. Anything else here for advice for Aquarius? Anything else? Any other advice regarding the Marshmallow Man? Any other advice regarding the Marshmallow Man here? Taurus. Slow and steady wins the race with Taurus, okay? If you're trying to, like I said, you're trying to do something crazy, that's never going to work. It's never going to work. It's not going to work. So Taurus is slow and steady. Take it slow. Take it steady. Be consistent. Those are all Taurus. The number 3 with the number 8, this is kind of like a support system or a support structure. This could be like a gym partner. This could be a gym trainer, or this could be taking part in a gym class, because number 3 is a social number. So there's something here about finding something better than the hard way, the crazy way, the smashing your head against the wall way, the way that you think is like gonna get you there the fastest, but is just ridiculous. It really is just ridiculous. It'll never work. Okay, so you know, and it kind of goes along in line with the knife. It's like trying to lose weight by just taking a knife and cutting yourself. You know, that's the vibe here. It's doing something crazy that'll never work. Take it slow, be consistent, be reasonable. Taurus. And maybe even seek some support structures, like I said. Maybe even the number 8 is like a machine too. It could be like something expensive that helps you, like a gym machine. That is your advice, Aquarius, thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe. And also check out Patreon. Links for that are below and in my profile. I will see you guys next time.